It was Saturday, 20th of October 2018, that the heinous crime of the murder of Pastor Blessed Kelechukwu Iwanyanwu, his assistant, Kalu Kago, also known as Ambassador, and the female church member, Ruth Andrews, first came to public knowledge. The discovery came a week after the killing had taken place at Omopia Housing Estate, Olokoro, in Umuahia South Local Government area of Abia State. Since then, the police have been on the trail of the assailants until Monday, 29th of October 2018, when they apprehended the prime suspect and now parade him alongside his wife. The suspect is 26 years old Prosper Akachukwu Peters, married with 3 children. He hails from Abim, Umuokreka in Ahiazumbisa local government area of Imo State and runs a Christian outreach as an evangelist. Corroborating the account of the police, he confessed to masterminding the killing of the victims alongside 3 others who are now at large. Akachukwu Peters says he killed Kelechukwu Iwanyanwu, his secondary school friend, for relegating him to the background after he had borrowed about 200,000 naira in 2013 to facilitate his financial progress through the help of a native doctor at Ekare in Ondo State.
He was not doing well in the ministry. Then he pleaded with me to take him to a place where he can help his ministry and himself to grow. So I took him to Ondo State, Ekare, so where he was helped to gather crowd and to do well in the ministry. So he started doing well, and immediately he started doing well, he refused everyone that knows of where we went to and what I did for him, close to him, with a reason that I know his secrets, that he doesn't want me to be close to him anymore. I had a financial problem and begged him to assist me, and he threatened me not to call him again. So I got some boys, but along the line it was that they killed him and some people in the house because the people knows my name.
Fielding further questions from newsmen, the suspect said they were visiting Ekare every year to renew their sacrifice since 2013, except this year. With the arrest of Prosper Akachukwu Peters, it is hoped that the police will not relent until the 3 other fleeing suspects are captured and justice done.
Hello viewers, welcome to Afro Issues, where we bring you stories that don't get told to the mainstream media. On today's episode, we'll be revealing the evil vices in our religious systems. With me today, I have 2 gentlemen that will join us on the show. Please meet Mr. JP and Mr. Iwanyanwu. Welcome to Afro Issues.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So, Mr. JP, I believe you're aware of the evil misconduct in our religious system. What's your take?
Now, I was talking to a friend recently about what I witnessed in the street very close to where I live. And this is a church, or would I call it a ministry? I don't know, but it's a very small building. I went out with my friend to go pick his daughter from a school very close, opposite this church building. And a few minutes later, when we were waiting outside the school, and we saw a young lady trying to jump over the fence. She did jump over and fell over with her clothes torn, her bra torn, and we ran, to help her up, and so we're a bit like confused. Why would a young woman try to jump over from a church building? So it was really confusing for both of us. And we asked her what happened, and she said, "Oh, her pastor invited her on Wednesday to come over for a special deliverance, and she had expected to meet other people in that deliverance, of course. But she arrived, she didn't meet anyone. It was just her, and she was locked up in the office with the pastor, and the deliverance commenced. So in the course of the prayers, and the pastor tried to, dig his hands into her bra, so it was more like a tussle, and they began to kind of struggle. So he tried to rape her in the church building. And when he didn't succeed, of course, that was what led to her clothes torn and her bra, He didn't succeed, so he locked her up there and left. Now, this is not what someone told me. This is what I witnessed. You understand? With a friend. And so when she said this, we were shocked. I was really pissed because I thought maybe she's married or something. She might go home and tell her husband. So I asked her, like, what do you want to do now? What is your next line of action? She said, oh, she's going to the police station. I said, yeah, that's the right thing to do. Now, do you know if one of the guys who worship in that church lives in a street with my friend, the same street. They live in the same street, and so try to follow up what may have happened the next Sunday, expecting the police would come and, act on that. And unfortunately, this pastor, had already informed the church members, manipulated them, brainwashed them that a certain woman may come here, that the Lord revealed to him whatever bullshit he said, that the Lord revealed to him that a certain woman will come here and she will try to manipulate everyone by bringing law enforcement officials to arrest people, that the evil spirit is trying to use her to manipulate system, succeeded in brainwashing people that whatever line of action she was about to take, because he kind of know that something was up, she was up to something, and when the police came, so the church members was on the side of the pastor, not believing the woman's story, because he had succeeded in brainwashing them that the Lord revealed that this will happen. So when it started happening, they felt like it was actually a revelation from the Lord that it was going to happen. So now you see how these people manipulate our system. And some of them are going around sleeping with people's wives, young women who are seeking for whatever deliverance or whatever prayers they need. They're sleeping with them, all hotels, everywhere. You see pastors driving in. And what baffles me is when you see these pastors, they tell you that the Lord will protect you. You should go. They pray for you. The Lord will protect you. And you see all of them escorts, mobile policemen, escorting them. So I now ask myself, how stupid are people that you don't ask yourself, why is it that this same pastor who is praying for you that the Lord will protect you is now going with escorts, with mobile policemen, convoy? And I don't really understand where the religion is leading our society, but I feel people are becoming more stupid every day, all in the name of religion.
Okay, Mr. JP, thank you for your view. Let's allow Mr. Iwanya to tell us what he feels about it.
Well, I must be very honest here. Like you said, you never mentioned a particular religion. I think it's one of the incidences that we are, that is coming up from various religions. It's disheartening to see these things happening. The truth is that if you don't have fake, you will not have original. Mm-hmm. It's because there are original, that's why we have fake. There are so many fake ministers out there, fake pastors, fake what do you call them?
Prophets or
the Muslim stuff.
Yeah.
They are fake and fake. And the problem is that they lack conscience. Their conscience are seared, and so when they do what they do, it's because they don't have conscience. Now, for a pastor to do that, for somebody who worships in your church, and you do such a thing, you are not. In fact, you are not expecting the person to, come and expose what you have done. That means you don't have conscience. If it is somebody who is from another church or from far away, then you know that You know, nobody will. But this is somebody who worships in your church, and you are doing such a thing. That means you don't have conscience. And so that is the problem we are having right now, because most of us, our conscience are not talking to us, and that's why things are going wrong, very wrong. I must tell you the honest truth. Like he said, I'm not going to say it is all about Christianity. It's all religion. Everybody is having the same thing. The Muslims are facing it. You see people raping children, raping underaged. Why? Because their conscience are seared. So the truth is that we are in this generation where we don't know what to do. Everything has gone wrong. So you have to take care of your family. Like I always tell people, take care of your. Don't tell me that things are going to get better. I don't believe it. I believe that in your family things can get better, but out there you don't know what it, because the devil, let me use the word, the devil is beginning to take over everybody's conscience, and so it will be difficult for things to get better that way. So that is how I see religion, you know, in this dispensation. It is very, very difficult to get it. We have to take care of our family. That's the only way out.
Okay, thank you so much. Mr. JP, I noticed you gave a signal. Doesn't mean you want to share something more with us?
Yeah, I do. I do. I in as much as I agree with my friend here, but there are a few things I feel we need to take note of, really. Yes, we know this thing is all about all religion, right? Including the Islamic, Christianity, tradition, if there's still any. But I'm talking about Christianity because that's probably the religion where I was born into, and then most of us were born into even Islamic religion, and then they began to practice. But I think it's about time that we wake up from, you know, as people. We need to wake up. We need to use our brain. For example, I feel it's more like a kind of, you're doing a great disservice to God if you really do not use the brain God gave you to make interpretation and actually make decisions on your own. I can't believe some people, even in Catholic system that I do worship, still believe that there are some things Reverend Fathers do and they are protected, you understand, by Catholic system. They don't face the law. For example, I don't know if you're privy to that news about pastors in Pennsylvania, in America, that Reverend Fathers have committed all kinds of sexual molestation in the whole of the state, and in the whole of America. And the Catholic system protected them from facing the law, from going to jail, from going to court. You understand? The same thing is happening in other churches. Now, tell me how you feel as a person, or how I would feel that someone who molested my daughter and then he's protected by the church because he's a Catholic and a priest. You understand? So that tells you the picture of what the society is all about. We are so engulfed into religion that we fail to think. I don't think there is any, at this moment, at present, if we have 99.99% of pastors or preachers in Nigeria are fake. And I tell you, if I want to make money and become a billionaire tomorrow, set up a church, organize 1 or 2 crazy miracles, and then it's full. The whole place is filled up with people. And you begin to buy millions of cars and then buy private jets and fly everywhere. That is what is killing us. It's a big problem. And I think parents, young people, everybody needs to wake up and know that you can pray in your house. You can go to church and pray, but you don't need to be foolish.
But the area you are talking about, that 99.9% of preachers in Nigeria are fake, is where I disagree, and I stand my ground that it is not true. The truth is that we have fake pastors. There are more. We have fake good ministers, but there are real pastors that is not that ratio that you gave us.
Maybe I haven't seen one. Maybe I haven't seen one. That's the problem. And I need to see one in order to get convinced that okay, I actually won.
What we are saying here is that the truth is that things are bad. Do you understand? It is bad, but does not mean that we don't have good ministers of God. We have them, but things are bad. So, like you said, families, they should watch out. I mean, take care of your family. Be watchful. Watch out for any single moves from these men of God that you call fake, because I know there are good ones, so many of them. So we need to, up our family. We need to, be watchful, very watchful of our families, because what is happening right now is nothing to write home about.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm so sorry to stop you guys here. I'm very, very, very sure that if I had given you so much time, you would say more on this. But please, I implore you, help us to end this show because we're running out of time. Thank you so much for your time, Mr. JP. And thank you as well, Mr. Iwanya.
Thank you very much.
We really do appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Viewers, thank you for staying tuned. I'm glad you listened. Please stay true to your faith. Believe in your Creator. Study your holy books. You don't always have to rush to your place of worship. The same grace they carry is the same grace you carry as well. Till we meet again same time. I remain your beautiful host, Duribe Ifoma. Bye, people.